Here we are live at Incognito Studios in London. Hey. We've got the gorgeous Anna Woodside.
Hello.
In the house. So you know the drill. We basically are so blessed to have incredible performers, and we ask them questions about what makes them tick, what have they been doing. So today we are blessed to have Anna Woodside. So Anna, let's start there. Tell us what you've been doing to the last
20 years.
Yeah. Just in a nutshell.
Okay, so I started out training as a dancer at dance school at the London Studio Centre, which was a fantastic all-round training. It gave us musical theatre skills, singing skills, ballet skills, contemporary skills, acting skills. I went as a dancer, first and foremost. I'd never sung before. I went to college. I was literally just done ballet, bit of tap, that was it. So in my first year we kind of concentrated on that, and then we hit my second year and I used to hear people singing in the corridors and be like, I want to do that, I want to do that. So my second year we started concentrating more on vocals and singing, and came across a wonderful teacher who I just bonded with instantly. Still friends with him today actually. And can I say his name?
Yeah.
His name is Philip Foster. He's actually an agent now. I feel like I owe a lot to him. My voice broke through with him. He kind of brought so much out of me. And so I went from being a dancer when I first went to college at 16 to coming out of college 2.5 years later as a first and foremost, I think, a singer. So which was great. And then and after college, I left college early to go to do the original cast of Saturday Night Fever in Cologne in Germany. So I did that for a year.
The original cast?
The original cast, yeah. Yep. And it was great because I got to cover the leads as well then. But it was so difficult because we had to speak the script in German. And when you think, hang on, as an understudy where you're only doing it every so often, you've got to convince a German audience that you're German. So that was hard. A lot of phonetic coaching and everything. The singing was in English, so that was great. And then I came home and I went into the final cast of Starlight Express in London.
Was James still in there?
He'd left by then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he may have gone to Germany by then. I think he did it in Germany. Okay. Yeah. So which was another humongous challenge. But you know, 90 years old, you've got to do these things, haven't you? So yeah, that was awesome.
And where was that playing?
That was at the Apollo Victoria, where Wicked is now. Yep. And it was a very different theatre then. With the sets was all around the theatre, and we used to do the races. It such a buzz. Great skating around the theatre. So that that gave me good training. In fact, I'd say that most of my training has come from the jobs. You feel like when you first get a job, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this, and you kind of learn on the job. And I still feel like that today. 19 years later, I still feel like I learn on the job. There's no training like experience, I'd say.
There's a saying, if you're green, you grow, and if you're ripe, you rot. So when people think that they know everything there is to know, see you later.
I completely agree.
So we'll always learn.
Yeah. Definitely.
And so keep going. So from Starlight.
Okay, so from Starlight, I then went into the original cast of We Will Rock You.
Did you? Original cast?
The original cast.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. Why didn't you know? So I have Arlene Phillips to thank for my first 3 jobs. Arlene was fantastic for me. I owe a lot to her. She kick-started my career. And she literally has given me every job I've gone for, which I'm so thankful for, So then I did a year in We Will Rock You, and then I left. I decided to leave musical theatre for a little while because I wanted to do some acting. Okay. Maybe go into the acting world. So I changed my agent. Everybody does this. Everyone goes, I don't want to do musical theatre anymore. I want to be an actress. So.
Part of the learning process.
It is. So I changed my agent. I went to an agent in Manchester, thinking because I'm originally from Wakefield, so I thought go back to my roots and maybe go down the northern route of it really. And I had some lovely auditions. I ended up doing a short film, and then they got a phone call asking me if I'd go into audition for Guys and Dolls in the West End, which is a show that I've always wanted to do. So I just kind of went.
And who was playing the lead?
Patrick Swayze was
Patrick Swayze! I worked with Patrick Swayze!
Yeah, very, very fortunate to do that. So I did that. I actually did a few more jobs before that, but I think that was the next big one. So yeah, that was a very exciting job. Yeah, and it was also the year I got married, so that was a really cool year. You know, it was planning a wedding, it being in town was a lovely job with lovely people. Still in touch with these people today as well. So that was.
So just a quick note now. Wayne Perry, Anna's husband, also is an incredible singer, actor, dancer. Not dancer actually.
Yeah, he's a dancer.
Dancer, is he really?
Yeah, he's great with the Bollywood stuff.
Yes, and so he started in Bollywood and loads of other shows. He's awesome. He also works for Incognito as well.
Yeah, that's
so,
right. Yeah.
Okay, so Patrick Swayze, then.
Yeah. I just realised I missed a few out actually, but yeah. Well, Cats was only when was that? About 2 years ago I did Cats.
Okay.
And that's Gillian Lynn, Cats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always remember walking in to the audition and seeing Gillian Lynn on the panel and just being like, oh my god, I literally am so in awe of this woman. She was incredible. Still doing the splits, age 90, you know, devoted to her art, devoted.
Yeah.
From probably when she was a little girl.
And what cat did you play?
I was Demeter. So I sang the Cavity.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my dream roles.
My two girls, Sienna and Olivia, have just played Cats in New Zealand.
Oh, amazing.
So, what advice would you give a lot of the young people that are watching this who are maybe starting out in the business or maybe 12, 13?
Right.
What would be one piece of advice?
Okay, obviously, never let doubts get in the way. Because you'll be told, actually you probably tell yourself more than other people will tell you that you can't do it, and just forget every doubt as much as you can. You just have to keep working as hard as you can every single day. If you really want something, I promise if you work hard enough, you can definitely achieve it. Definitely, there's always a way around it. If you want something bad enough, you just got to put the work in. I'm afraid it is good old-fashioned hard work. And
I always say you've got to have 15 reasons why you want to be in this business, why you love it so much, you're passionate, you want to make people happy, smile. Because so many kids these days just have 2 reasons, which is fame and fortune. And 99.9% of the time they just fall at the first hurdle.
I think these days with all the reality TV shows, this is what kids see now.
Yeah.
Well, it looks easy to be famous and walk into a musical these days. I mean, however, these people that do walk into musicals, unfortunately, they don't really last, do they? This is the thing. They walk into they do. And I understand why producers do it, because it's keeping our industry alive, it's keeping bums on seats, and I do get it. But it's not the right way of thinking if you want to be in the business. Don't do a reality TV show. Work hard and you will do it. And another thing I'd say is, if you think there is another job you want to do, then do that. telling you now, if you think there is another, if your mind you can't make your mind up, don't do the business, because it's very difficult. You're always going to be up against millions of other people that only want to do that. So if there is another industry that you think you can't decide between, do the other thing. And it's harsh, but it's true.
Good advice, really good advice. Now, what about for you, because you've done so many shows, as you're a triple threat, you're an incredible dancer, incredible singer, sings opera as well, guys, incredible belt, but beautiful soprano, an actress. So what for you is the next, what do you see Anna Woodside doing next?
Hundreds and hundreds of Incognito gigs. I love it, I have to say. Sorry, I mean, I know we're talking now, but you definitely brought another light to my career. Absolutely, 100%. I absolutely adore working for you and gigging, and it's one of my favourite things that I've done in my career so far. So I'd like to do more gigs. I really would. I'd love to keep doing this. Obviously, wouldn't say no to another show at some point if it's the right thing.
Yep.
But I like to do short contracts. I like to do like 10 weekers or rather than whole years now. But never say never, and beggars can't be choosers and all that. But at the moment, I'm so happy gigging and doing singing and just singing, really.
We've been so lucky because we've done some incredible gigs over the years.
All over the world. Incredibly lucky, yeah.
But the one thing that all the clients who Anna sings for with Incognito, they all say, can we just have Anna back? so often she's at a show or she's on tour or something, and we're like, look, Anna would love to do it, but she's playing with Cats right now, but sadly can't. But look, we're so blessed that you've worked for us and worked with us, and you're just incredible talent, but also you're the consummate professional, and nothing is ever a problem with you. It's just such a joy to work with.
I just love it.
That's why you keep working and working.
Well, that's it. And like I say, another thing I'd say to people, if you love it, then it's not work, is it really? I mean, yeah, you've got to pay your mortgage or whatever, but it's do what you love, and we're lucky enough to be able to come to work and just get up and know that we're going to love our day. We're super lucky for that reason.
It shines through in your work. I mean, we just did a gig last week, the marketing awards here in London, wasn't it, for the travel industry?
That's right.
And I was up on stage, and then all of a sudden this powerhouse just walks through the room and does a little twirl, and we caught it on camera. And I missed the twirl in real life because we're so busy engaging the rest of the room, and then I saw it on camera. I thought, that's Anna Woodside.
Oh gosh, I never miss a camera moment.
The little hair flick and the twirl. Hey, now last question, because I just don't want to wrap this up, but you've got so much wisdom. What is one thing, with the knowledge and experience that you've had over the 20 years you've been in the business, what would you go back to your 18-year-old self if you could and say, Anna, you should do this?
Yeah.
What would that piece of advice that you'd give yourself?
I would tell myself to not worry about the competition. I tell myself that now as well. It's very difficult because you get to an audition, and even no matter how much preparation you've done at home, that's another thing, prepare as soon as you can. If you're prepared, what do they say? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
Nice.
And I really try and live by that now, so I try and put as much work in at home as I can. However, no matter how prepared I am, sometimes I get to the audition and I see a bunch of other people, and then your confidence goes down. Oh my god, well of course they're going to get it because they've done this, that and the other. And it's just it's toxic. It's really toxic to put that in your head that that you think somebody is better than you, so don't just keep focusing. I'd say to my 18-year-old self, just keep focusing on yourself and your work. Everybody's path is different.
Yeah,
Everybody's path is different.
great advice. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Be
just
happy.
do what you do. No one else can be you, can they? So
true.
just concentrate on what you can do. Don't try and be anybody else. That's what I'd say. I think that's a mistake I used to make as well. Oh, but she looks great, so I'm going to try that. Just concentrate on what you do.
Isn't it funny how many kids with Instagram and Facebook,
it's
they just
worse
want
than
to
ever.
copy.
They want to copy.
And it's like, no, just be different.
That's right.
It's like, be the best version of
yourself,
you
exactly.
can be, and not some imitation of someone else.
That's right. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. It's so true. You're never going to be somebody else, are you? You're never going to be the best version of somebody else. So you may as well be the best version of yourself.
Totally. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Woodside!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, gorgeous. That was awesome, man. Thank you.
Money or fame?
Money.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Cocktails or wine?
Cocktails.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Books or movies?
Movies.
Hugs or kisses?
Kisses.
Tanned or pale?
Tanned.
Singing or dancing?
Singing.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
Morning or night?
Night.
Adele or Beyonce?
Adele.